make me an expert on these countries at all. I'm no source, but this is the way I try and find out information. The older I get, the more curious I get. Every book I read makes me want to read another book. Every bit of music I hear makes me want to hear more music. Every person I meet makes me want to meet someone else. And everywhere I go makes me want to go somewhere else and keep seeing more things. Many years ago, I had developed a large amount of cynicism. And all of you are not 10 years old anymore. And so you're wise to the ways of the world. And you know that sometimes people can be very, very horrible. And sometimes it's very easy to draw the conclusion that people are awful. And you can just write them all off. People are bad. They kill. They maim. They rape. They steal. They're awful. They lie. They start fake wars in countries with the CIA. They're awful. And it's very easy just to say, people suck, I hate them all. And years ago I used to think like that, thinking that it was my awareness that allowed me to see through things. Like, I see what you're getting at, but you're not going to fool me because I'm cynical. And then over and over, as I would travel through the world and meet such extraordinary human beings with such amazing stories, and I see day-to-day struggles of people in America, outside of America, dealing with unbelievably challenging just day after day after day, which is their life. Then I started to lose my cynicism, and I started to realize that I was not practicing what I was preaching. So I always beg audiences all over the world not to judge the many by the actions of the few, like I said before. Like, don't be mad at Americans for George W. Bush. I mean, a lot of us didn't elect him, and a lot of people who did elect him didn't really understand what they were getting themselves into. They got sold a real bill of goods, and now that their jobs are leaving and their sons are getting blown up in Iraq, now they're starting to understand. It may be too late for a lot of these people. All I'm saying is, you cannot judge. And I started to learn that. The more people I met, the more it stripped me of my cynicism. And that's when I figured out that cynicism is a way to avoid life. Cynicism is equivalent to cowardice. It is moral and intellectual cowardice. And if you really want to start living life and really seeing it for what it is, you must leave your cynicism and take everyone as an individual and realize they have their own thoughts and their own way of doing things. And you have to take a lot more time when you make decisions when it comes to people. You cannot just write them off. And this makes life very, very difficult because you have to give everyone respect and the benefit of the doubt. It's very hard for me to do it, but I know it's the right thing to do. And the more I go, the more I'm proving to myself that cynicism is nothing but, like I said, it's nothing but cowardice.